Yo, this TonyXTony, and don't forget the eggs. This one right here, this is a weeb talk. So like if you ain't into anime and stuff like that or nerd culture at all, and you're not even like slightly interested in it, I'm gonna be making hella anime analogies and metaphors. So like if you ain't, go ahead and kindly let yourself out of here, because like this is for me and my peoples. I want to talk about why I grind like an anime character, how I grind like an anime character. I haven't really worked out the title and stuff like that all the way yet, but basically the point of what I'm saying is like anime characters grind and they know what they want. They are going to get exactly the thing that they are chasing, and no matter what, they're gonna achieve it. And that's what I love about anime. It's one of those things where like, you know, definitely for the most part, there is exceptions to this rule, but like for the most part, when you're watching the anime, the character is going to achieve their goal, and it's just a matter of what circumstances do they need to overcome, and all those little things like that. So along the way, we do watch their grinds and the ways that they're improving themselves and trying to better their arts and crafts and get more chakra, or you know, just all the different things that they're trying to accomplish while they're chasing their goals. And I mentioned earlier in one of my videos about Light versus L and how they both are grinding to achieve their goals. I don't know who's necessarily the good person in this, because like both of them have their motivation. So whenever I'm thinking about grinding, every single day that I start to get on my grind, I'm like, man, I already told y'all I'm thinking, what would Luffy do? And Luffy, he's always gonna go do what he wants to do. And the mindset of just doing what you want to do is the first step to all of this. I know we all got to go to work, in school, whatever it might be, work, school, circumstances that you can't control as a human being, that we just have to kind of like go along with. But what are you doing to make these things a part of your life and not your life? You know what I mean? Just because you go to work for 8 hours a day doesn't mean that your life has to fully be 8 hours a day, 24 hours of the day. Because in reality, 8 hours a day is only a third of the day. It's a lot of the time of the day, don't get me wrong, because you also got to sleep. And if you're sleeping for 8 hours a day, then that means that you're already using 2/3 of your day. And then the other 8 hours of the day, that's not really that much time to go do what you want to do, but it is enough time to go do what you want to do. And you have to think about it that way. You have to think about like, maybe you sacrifice a little bit of the time that you're gonna be sleeping in order to get the things done that you want to accomplish. Because I'll tell you this much, whenever the heroes are the main characters in let's use Naruto for instance. You know, Naruto, he be meditating through the night. He was meditating for days at a time in order to get to the next level and be able to control and work with Kurama and all that kind of stuff. Just like unlocking the deeper levels of himself, he had to sacrifice sleep, he had to sacrifice hanging out with friends, and his main goal was to get a friend back. And also that helps, is like having an end goal in mind at all times. Whenever Naruto is trying to achieve these things, it's not really so much that he wants to just be stronger. He's stronger because he wants to be able to go save his friend, go be able to rescue his homie and bring him back to the village. And that's what his driving force was. So the whole time he's doing this, he has a visualization that he's carrying through. He's visualizing Sasuke back eating ramen with him at the Ichiraku ramen shop. And that's what they're trying to accomplish. And that's what keeps him motivated every single day. So if you want to become a successful painter, like, why? Do you just want to become a successful painter because you want to? Or is it because there's somebody that you see that is a other successful painter and you're like, I want to be better than them? Similar to Zoro wanting to be the greatest swordsman. In order to be the greatest swordsman, he has to face off with the other greatest swordsman, the person that is regarded as the best, and be the best. So really depending on where you want to go, like, think about all these different things when you start thinking about grinding like an anime character, because they definitely have all these things thought out and planned out in their futures. So why don't you? Have you ever written anything down? Like, we know, let's use Light, he was writing all them names down in that death note, writing down to the specifics of how he wanted people to go and pass on to the next life cleverly. And it took a lot of work for him, but he had a clear end goal of what he wanted each time and exactly how he was going to get to that point. I'm not saying that you got to be out here writing death notes, but like I'm saying, like, use that principle of like writing down things in order to make them actually happen. Because in order for things to start happening on the physical realm where we're existing right now, we have to make things happen up here. Because if it starts happening in your brain and your mind first, you can really start to let that percolate into your being. And once you start to embody that thing that you're thinking about, whether it's good or bad, because just because you're thinking about something don't mean that you're thinking about something with the right energy. Make sure that you're thinking about yourself in the best way that you can. Because if you're not, them doubts and the things that you're thinking about with yourself negatively will start to affect how you are becoming. It's just natural. It's the way that it goes. You can't think about yourself and tell yourself like, man, my nose is big every single day, or like I'm not attractive enough, or whatever it might be that you have going on. I don't know, I'm just throwing out examples. You can't think those things every day and then expect to one day just be like, oh yeah, I just love my nose, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, how would that make sense? You would have to literally go cold turkey on the old you and then become a brand new person. And then most people would probably think that you had some type of like snap from where you had a mental break, because people can't just do that. You don't just one day wake up and just become somebody new. It happens. Like, I'm saying that there's exceptions to these rules, obviously, to every single rule. But for a majority of us, we have the... Alright, so think about it like this. I'm gonna draw something, and I hope that y'all understand this. You have a body, boom, 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 boom. And then you have the mind, and then you have the subconscious mind. This is just a quick little drawing. So, like, we exist in 3 different places. We exist here as a body. Whoop. We exist up here as a mind. That's where we mostly exist. That's where we think that we are controlling ourselves, because that's where all of our thoughts are on a regular basis. But then we also have, there we go, our subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is where everything is actually happening, and that is guiding us. Like, the way that I heard an analogy was, there's planes that are set on autopilot and they know exactly where they need to go. So if there's a wind that tries to like blow that plane off course, then it's gonna recorrect itself and ultimately get it back to where it's going. So like, if you are having thoughts about yourself that are negative and contrary to like grinding like an anime character, things that are gonna get you to your next goal, and those thoughts are opposing that, then one day you might be able to be like, yo, I'm back on the grind, I'm motivated, I'm gonna get back on my YouTube channel stuff, and I'm gonna upload videos. You might do it for a solid month or 2 and really think that you're making progress. But ultimately, if you don't get your subconscious mind right, that subconscious is gonna veer you right back to that place that you originally was gonna go. If you was headed from America to France, then you might have looked like you was gonna go up to Russia or something. I don't know. I don't got a map in front of me. It might look like you're going up there, but ultimately, bro, you're going right over to France, because that autopilot is something nuts. So all I'm saying is, you see these characters in these shows meditating. We see them getting into these, like, we seen Luffy meditate. We seen Naruto, like Ichigo. They get into these meditative states on purpose, and that's because by doing meditation and being able to find deeper levels of yourself. I'm not preaching meditation right now if that's not something you believe in. I'm just trying to throw out the examples of just like finding that inner you to be able to access the things that are deeper within yourself. And that takes like being able to find some time to chill, and really you do got to kind of like find a way to get more in touch with yourself through whatever means that may be. So really find ways. I use meditation, and I meditate in order to like try to find ways to clarify my thoughts and really visualize things that I want to see happen, because I'm gonna have 1 million subscribers on this channel, and it's gonna be faster than I expect, because I just know what it looks like. I know exactly the creator that I want to be. I know that my music career is gonna take off at the same exact time. It's gonna happen, and it's just gonna be like this. Everything, all the opportunities and situations that I've been hoping for, it's all gonna just start working out. And that's because I've been visualizing it, and I'm putting in the work in the backside in order to make this stuff happen. And that's how we all gotta think. I grind like an anime character, and grinding like an anime character is an everyday relentless thing. Some days you might be tired, but even if you just put out a single little piece of content or create something that you know is going to be able to like help propel your future, at least do one thing so that way you're never really feeling stagnant. Because, and I'm not saying like don't take a vacation. If you're on vacation, you know, be on vacation. Be on vacation mode. Like chill out, relax. Even whenever I'm watching anime and I see characters going out on their little beach time, they're not thinking about their job no more. They're on vacation time, unless something comes and interrupts that, which usually tends to happen. But normally, yeah, they get their time on the beach. They go chill, relax, unwind, and then they feel like themselves again. And then come back, they're refreshed, rejuvenated with a whole like new perspective, and they really do let that time refresh them, and they go back into the grind and they feel like they can accomplish things even more, mostly because during that time they've really got to find a deeper version of themselves, or they got to relate more with their friends and then be able to connect more with them. And that's also another thing. Whenever you're grinding, try to find somebody that's going to keep you accountable and motivated, because the grind is hard by yourself. It oftentimes can feel very lonely. Even whenever you start trying to get views and all that kind of stuff, you start to notice that maybe it's not like clicking like you thought it was going to. Maybe you're not seeing the numbers that you was hoping that you would see. You have goals that you written down, like by this time I want to see this. Maybe it's not going that way, but you know, keep putting in that work. It'll pay off. Don't let any of that distract you from the end goal. Anyway, I want to keep this video rather short, so that's all I got. This is all off the top of the head. If y'all have anything, go ahead and put that in the comments, because I really want to know exactly what you think grinding like an anime character is. Because to me, it's keeping your head down, having a clear end goal, and not letting anything deviate you from reaching that end goal. Understanding yourself on a deeper level, whether through that meditation, prayer, whatever it might be for you, you got to really start to be able to get into your mind, uncover those things that are problems. Naruto talking to Kurama, they start to understand each other, they get those conversations, but it's not happening on the physical realm, and it's happening more on like a spiritual / like, I don't know, 4D level. Like, it's just not happening on the plane that we exist on. It's happening in another world, but that's not saying it's not happening. It's still happening, but it's happening in the background. So keep that in mind. Find ways to like get more in tune with yourself, and that'll really help you to be able to grind like an anime character, because it all starts with mind, body, and soul. Keep that in mind. Those three things, those will work to help build up your character and transform you into the person that you want to be. Anyway, peace out, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Peace.